Hey folks, this is Ben from ultrabooknews.com, and I'm here with Todd at the Intel booth, who's going to show us something cool. This is the Duet, is what you're calling it?
This is the Asus Duet, Transformer Duet. And Ben, this is really cool. So this is the first device here in the show that's actually running both a full version of Windows 8.1 Pro and Android at the same time. It's not a dual boot configuration. You have to shut down. They're running at the same time, and you can switch between them really, really quickly. So let me show you a little bit how this works. So we're actually in Windows desktop mode here. You know, you got your normal Windows start screen, desktop, it doesn't matter. You have this little icon down here, it says switch. Bit of it, switch. And in about 3.5 seconds you're in Android. And this is a full version of Android, and the key here, Android's running natively on Haswell x86, 4th generation core. This is not an emulation or other mode. This is actually working, no virtualization here.
And so there's also not, in some devices we've seen in the past, you actually have an Android processor on board and a Windows processor. This is all happening on Haswell.
That is correct. In fact, some devices, this has a docking station down here, a keyboard, it supports, and actually an extra terabyte mechanical drive in it. But in some earlier configurations, you have an Atom processor in the tablet to run Android, or for Windows, and when you undock, you can only run Android in the tablet. And as you just saw, this is running on a Core i7 with a 20 votes, so it acts as a Windows tablet as well. So it's pretty cool. Now, our Intel board support packages allow OEMs to build these types of systems, so Android's running natively on our silicon, two OSs together, and then the OEM has implemented their own switching mechanism here that you saw. Asus does their own proprietary IP to implement that switching mechanism. There's a lot involved in the background to make that happen. So other OEMs have access to this technology now if they want to build similar devices. But this is the first one here to show.
And is this available yet?
According to Asus, it's going to be available around the end of Q2 in the US, so around the middle of this year. They said, I believe, according to them, the end of Q1 or so for Asia.
Now you were saying that once you hook into the docking station, Android also has full access to all these ports, is that correct?
That's correct. So when each OS is running, it has full native access to all the hardware. So right now, Android is in control of everything. Windows is kind of on hold, and when you switch over, Windows has control of it.
And just so we can have a look here, ports on the side, we have a full LAN port, power, USB, full HDMI. On the other side, we're looking at another USB and microphone and headphone input. And are there any ports on the device itself here?
It has an SD card slot on this particular one right here.
Okay, and then I'm guessing...
it has a power charging port and a headphone port.
Okay, great.
No, that's about it for this.
Can I give it a try? So this is the first device running
at the same time where they're switched to it. It's not a dual boot. This is a big deal. So you can see if you're, say, Windows at work and you need Office and all that, but you use Android for your phone and everything at home, you have one device now that can do both for you. You don't have to need two.
Okay, and did you say that there are some battery life differences between the two?
I believe, and this is what I've read online from Asus's press stuff, they were saying about 6.5 or so for Windows and 8 for Android, but don't quote me on that. Go check. I'm not sure exactly what the battery's being carried at.
Factory as well. So that's the Asus Duet, guys. Thanks for joining us, Todd. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.